So, this isn't really a stream that I want to make, but I feel like I need to kind of explain where I'm at. I guess in terms where my head is at, kind of thing. And I kind of want to explain why I've been the way I've been the last couple of weeks. It's like I said, I'm not, and I want to be more personable, meaning this is not the Austinator. This isn't my character, I guess you could say. I mean, the Austinator is basically a character. I want to basically just be me. I don't care about you know comedy or whatever right now. I want this to be a real stream where I'm very real with you guys and to kind of give everybody a little bit more of an idea of where I'm going and just my thoughts in general. So, without further ado, so I guess I might as well start from the beginning. When I first started YouTube, I basically was just a small streamer who did video games, and I did the wrestling streams and whatever, and I had fun with that stuff. And then I slowly transitioned to doing, streams like this where I would talk about comic books and movies and video games and stuff like that, and that was great too. But lately, it's just becoming where it's not fun for me anymore. I don't know if that's me right now or if it's something where I just it's very hard to kind of put into words, and it's just lately YouTube is basically it doesn't feel like a hobby to me anymore. It feels kind of like an obligation, and that obligation right now is becoming very, very, very frustrating because it's just very upsetting where I don't YouTube has given me so many things. Like I met so many great people just from YouTube. Like I wouldn't have met Ninjoid. I wouldn't have met, Zach, Andrew, Sour, Thomas, EJ, Sienna. I wouldn't have met Emma. I wouldn't have met, Anzo. I wouldn't have even Danny, Chris, Sean, hell, John, and everybody else. Hell, I wouldn't have even been able to do a stream with Rob. That was to me, YouTube has given me so much, but it's also taken so much away because YouTube to me isn't something that I want to take seriously. YouTube is something, it's a hobby. I just want to have fun on my streams. But lately, it feels like I can't even have fun on my streams because right now my mind is telling me, what is there really to gain here? And I kind of want to say this because, and the thing is with everybody, it's like, especially doing like the later streams now, I'm very frustrated because I have college stuff. And then to add this on top of it, I can't necessarily keep doing this all the time. And I'm not saying that I'm leaving YouTube, but things really need to start changing for me personally in order for me to really enjoy myself again. Because the stress, the frustration has gotten to a point where I'm acting out of character. I've left streams very early. I get upset very easily. I snap kind of easily as well. I kind of snapped. I kind of got upset during my stream tonight a couple hours ago. I privated that stream because that's not something because that to me is not what Splash Talk is supposed to be. And that's not what I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be that guy who has fun, who loves doing the fan fiction. Like, I love doing stuff like that. But it just became so unfun and felt like obligation that it feels forced. And I'm sorry to everybody who, I might have, disrespected during that stream. That was not my intention. I wasn't really planning on this whole me snapping at people. I got quiet for a little while. Um, just everything just after that just became so bad that I personally I can't just do what I've been doing. And it's just one of those things where excuse me, that because so much is going on, I don't have that kind of it's like I don't have that flexibility anymore. And not a lot of people are kind of getting that. And I want this is kind of like a stream for everybody, and I kind of just want to let everybody know that I'm gonna start changing a bit. I'm gonna switch my schedule up a bit too, because to me, I can't keep doing what I'm doing because I fear that the road that I'm going down, I feel like I could lose friends because I don't want to lose the people that I've known for a long time. And it's just right now, college and this, it's too much. And also, these streams aren't fun because this is not, and don't get me wrong, I love doing these streams, but doing them all the time, I feel like they're just becoming more the same. And the thing is, I don't care about making quality videos. I don't care about making fun stuff. Like, I just want to do fun stuff on my channel. And the people who subscribe and support me, thank you. You guys always make it worthwhile. To the people who I've streamed with, thank you. And the thing is, with gaming streams for me, gaming to me is something that I always love to do. And doing more of these types of streams, it's becoming very monotonous. And to me, it feels like it's not something I want to do. And gaming to me means a lot to me. And I'll even give you an example of this. And and to me, I took a week off a couple weeks ago, and honestly, it was very refreshing. Like, it felt like I had more control than I originally did because YouTube pretty much fucked me over a lot. And it's just right now, I don't even know if I really want to keep doing this because YouTube to me just is so not fun anymore because everybody wants to get professional and people are making it less fun. And the stuff online, I don't, there's certain people on Twitter that I have issues with. And it's just right now, I need to find and I kind of want to find like a good place. And it's just everything has been piling on and on. And I don't know if I can really. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm going to stop doing YouTube because, again, it's given me so much. But I can't just stream all the time because doing these types of streams have just gotten to a point, like I said before, where I can't necessarily keep doing it. So with that being said, I'm going to take the next couple days off, see where I want to go. And it's just one of those things where like I said, that week off felt so refreshing and so nice that honestly, there are times where I even question even doing this because it's just one of those things where I played, I played Spider-Man that week and it was a great experience. Like it's not, and it doesn't feel like an actual it wasn't even a stream. It was just me playing a game that I want to play. And that's what I want to do. I want to do stuff that I want to do. And right now I can't, like I said, I haven't been 100%, and I'll even admit this. I've basically been at 90, I have been at 50, and that's not where I want to be at. I want to be at 100%. I want to give everybody you all. I want to be able to be that guy who, lets everybody have a fun time. And to me, just, it's not been fun. And just, and like I said, I'm taking the next couple of days off, might appear at the weekly wrap up on Chris Knight's channel for a bit. And obviously the weekly Rumble, I'm gonna be on there as well because again, the weekly Rumble is great. Definitely should go check him out. And this is not to plug me or whatever. It's just something I want to, because to me, doing those things feel like a nice breath of fresh air on YouTube, where I'm streaming with other people. And this is not a knack towards the people I stream with. It's just when you stream with the same people over and over again, it starts to become very, very, it gets very grating very fast when it comes to disagreements. And it's not a knack towards anybody, I promise. It's not the fact that I want to stop streaming with the people I stream with, because that is not the case. I want to keep, like I said, friends like EJ, Andrew, Nindroid, Angry Care Bears, they only come like only, and Zach and Emma and all the others. To me, they're like a diamond. No, I wouldn't say that. I would say it's more like once in a lifetime. And it's one thing I'm very grateful for. And I really hope you guys understand why I'm making a stream like this, because I just want everybody to understand why I'm kind of taking, not necessarily really a break, but it was more like my explanation and everything. And it's not real, and I really don't want to make an excuse for why I've been acting like this, and I apologize if it came off like that. But it's not something it's just something I want to get off my chest for a bit, to kind of vent, and just my frustrations with everything, and just all my responsibilities and stuff have been mounting up and up and up, and it's just getting to a point where it's becoming so uncontained that I just can't handle it. And there are just a lot of times where I'm like, I want to give up, but I don't, because again, I felt the same way when someone I knew passed away, and we were close. And I, don't get me wrong, I still feel that to this day. And this is, again, this is a venting stream, and I'm not going to go too in deep with it because, again, that's more of a personal thing. I'm not really going to say who passed away, but I would just say it's someone close. And it's one of those things where I've been through this a few times, and I know I can get through it. And I just want to let everybody know how I was, what was going on, and just my experiences with this kind of stuff. And this isn't going to be a very long stream. This is just basically me just going on for like maybe 20-30 minutes where I'm just talking. And I know a lot of you guys are in the chat, like Andrew, Deshaun, It's Your Boy, EJ, Poe, Nicholas, Emma, thank you. I'll get to them at some point. And it's also like I don't necessarily go through anxiety, and I will even say I don't know if I do or not. But with anxiety and stuff like that, I don't necessarily think that people shouldn't joke about it because it's not something to laugh about. It's something that people should be taking more seriously. And we should take more mental health seriously and as well because it's something that we have to keep care of, I guess take care of when it's at a point where it's tired. So I just want to get that off my chest for a bit. I'll get to your guys' comments. Um, anyway, yeah, it's uh, it's a very bad feeling to have that stuff. It's just it's not something you should ever deal with. No, I'm not leaving. It's just something that I'm just taking a bit of a break, and I kind of need to focus on me a little bit more. Because I think that's also my problem as well with YouTube is that I'm not dealing with it, and I'm not giving myself time. So I need more time to myself, and this is kind of going to everybody I stream with. If I need time to myself, please do not question it, and please do not argue with me over it. And it's just one of those things where I listen. I'm okay with doing a stream once in a like. I'll go on a lot of people's streams, and trust me, I always tend to have a good time. But right now, I think doing maybe less streams for a little bit will kind of help me out. Now, does that mean I'm not going to be on Zach's channel or EJ? No, I'm not. I'm still going to be on everybody else's channels. I'm still going to help them out as much as I can. But it's just I need to and again, I'm going to keep saying this, but I do need to focus more on myself, and I think that's kind of what I've been struggling with. So if you guys kind of take that the wrong way, I apologize. That's not how and I know this isn't really a great quality of stream, but again, it's not necessarily something that I intended to be quality, and it's just something where I can't, I don't know. EJ said, "I'm sorry if I had to get dick on your stream. Usually, I'm not like that." Yeah, no, it's fine, man. You're good. It's just personal. It's just again, it's just one of those things where I try to have fun on my channel and all of that. It's your boy. What's up? Don't give up. You can do this. You're awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I do. I really do appreciate it, man. Um, no, yeah. Thank you, it's your boy. I know if I'm not reading your guys' comments, it's because I just I'm not trying. I really don't want to go that long, guys. I'm thinking I'm going like maybe 25 minutes because I feel like I kind of said what I need to say. Um, thank you guys. You guys have definitely, no, thank you guys. You guys are great. Um, you guys have definitely, to me, it really shows you what kind of people you guys are for coming to my stream and giving me this kind of support. You guys are really cool. And no, don't cry, Andrew. Don't, man. I mean, if you cry, I cry, and it's just a mess. So, just don't cry, please. I promise. Doing YouTube now has just felt like a job than it did before, which is yeah, that's my problem is that I feel like a lot of people don't really understand that YouTube is not very fun anymore, and that's kind of sad because I want it to be fun. So thank you, Zach. I appreciate it. Thank you, Andrew. No, don't feel bad, man. Don't. I see now you're gonna make me cry, Andrew, and I don't want to cry because I hate crying. No, I know I said it a little bit, but I'm saying a little bit of comedy to kind of break the tension here. It's like it gets the mucus and stuff. Yeah. But we got your back. All of us do, no matter what. It may look dark and gloomy right now, but I guarantee you that. Yeah, I really hope there is. Like I said, I'm not doubting there might be. Yeah, like tried so hard to come so far, but in the end, it doesn't. Yeah, feel like a failure sometimes. You shouldn't do. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something that it's like self doubt. Thank you, Emma. You're a good friend. You're someone that I can talk to and vent, and it's kind of what I need. Been through so much shit in my life, like you won't even imagine all the troubles I went through in my life and all the pain and suffering I had to endure afterwards made me stronger. Yeah. Um. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, EJ. I appreciate it. Um. No, it's God. I'm sorry. I've been coughing a lot lately. I don't know what it is, but it's probably just a cough. I don't know. Not gonna give up. No, I'm not gonna give up. It's just I need to take a break. Yeah, it's just like a small break. It's not like something that I'm doing permanently. It's not like a long break. Um, yeah. Thank you to Sean, dude. You're awesome, man. You guys in the chat are awesome. I definitely, I feel like sometimes I do take you guys for granted, and for the record, I want to say thank you to all of you for being, I guess, in a way, supporting me, supporting the channel. And I always say, I don't care. And the people who do subscribe, I am grateful because you guys are basically supporting my crappy streams, where I don't even show my face. And, it's just those types of things that do put a smile on my face sometimes, where people like you guys in the chat, you'll have to play. You know what? Maybe when I come back, maybe after the small break, maybe at some point I'll do some trivia. Yeah, like maybe. I don't know. So I'll become back a better man after. Yeah, it's like it's only for a couple days, but I figured that I want to let everybody know like there's no real anything I'm doing. Saying, man, you guys are in the chat, man. Man, you guys are great. So I do appreciate all of you. And Zach, I trust me, I'll be back before that Halloween stream, Zach, because I do want to talk some Halloween. And that's another thing I want to say too, is that I feel like because I'm talking so much comic books and so much of other stuff, I don't get a chance to talk about horror films. And there's a lot of other things I love to talk about. Like I love talking about video games. I love talking about horror films. I like talking about, just stuff in general. Like hell, I would even be open to doing like a realistic stuff. Like where we talk about just real life. Because there are just points where I'm done speaking about just comic books and movies and stuff like that. I want to talk about other real stuff. If it's a real world problem. Loves talking about it's the Browns didn't. Well, they tried. Can we just give them an A for effort at least? They're 4-2. Let's just give them credit where credit is due, please. And just please just give the Browns a break. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of things I want to do. Hell, I want to even do gaming streams again because gaming streams because again, gaming is practically my life. I love playing video games. I love paying my hard-earned money just to buy the new game that comes out. And I know, like, I may give shit to some games, but I still love playing them. So maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I have to maybe I should change my channel up a bit. Like, maybe instead of doing the fanfic stuff, maybe, instead of doing the fanfic, like, maybe I can change my channel up to where it's more like a real channel where like, we just talk about real life problems and just talk, and maybe video games, horror films. Like, I want to try and steer away from just superheroes because as much as I love superheroes, Star Wars, DC, it gets very boring to talk about. And hell, I'll even talk about wrestling and sports because I like sports just because I know a lot of people will probably laugh at me for liking the Cleveland Browns, and it's whatever. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say they're a good football team. I mean, trust me, they're not. And it's just one of those things where I would, and the news network thing was something I wanted to do, but it's like I don't want to add another show to this channel if I don't even have any passion in doing it. Because I know I said I was going to do a WWE 2K20 Universe mode, but I put it off because of not only everything that's going on, but because I was feeling like I had to do stuff like this where it's monotonous, stream after stream after stream. It doesn't feel genuine. It feels like it's just like a conveyor belt, and it's just one after the other. And like, why can't I talk about real stuff? And I don't want to talk real stuff because I'm afraid if I do, it's going to cause a lot of problem. And that's why I said, like, I won't talk about politics or religion because, again, I'm not going to do that unless I get my friend Jonathan Talks on the channel. But I want to talk about actual real life stuff where, there's real life problems. And overall, it's just, I want to do stuff that I want to do. And I want to stream with people that I want to stream with. I don't want to be like, and don't get me wrong, and again, I'm not saying this to piss off anybody, but I want to stream with different people where we have deep conversation and having a good talk. That's all I want. I mean, is it very hard to ask for? I don't know. Sometimes it feels like it is. All in favor for us to start a beauty channel? No, why a beauty channel? I mean, I don't know. I'm glad that we're having a deep topic with you and everyone. It's nice to talk about what you're going through, but yeah, it's definitely great. That's why I'm struggling with my streams too. I try talking about other topic. I understand. No, and Andrew, that's perfectly fine, man. I'm not saying I'm not saying this about, and I'm not saying you guys can't come on my streams. I'm saying there are times where there are certain days where I want to stream with certain people. There are days where I want to stream with these certain other people. To me, I don't like streaming with the same people all the time, because if I stream with the same people all the time, it then becomes very irritating and I can get easily irritable. And if I come off like that, and there are days where I'm going to be in a bad mood, where I just can't, I'm in a bad mood. If I'm in a bad mood, guys, I apologize. It's either because I don't get much sleep, or I have work that's due, or whatever. Yeah, exactly. It's just like I said, I don't know, like, basically after I come back, it's gonna be kind of like a new overhaul of the channel, kind of. It's not going to be, I want to start doing different stuff. And if people don't like that, then, I'm sorry. And granted, It's just one of those things where everybody, I don't know, like maybe when I come back, I'll do like a little stream where I'll talk about what I'm overhauling, what I'm changing, all of that, because that's why I need, and I think that's what you guys need, is we all need kind of a refresher. And to me, I think that's what I need. Have a bedtime, force yourself to go to bed at a certain time, wake up at a certain time so you can get the right amount of sleep. I try. I do, Emma. I try. I really do. And I thought I was the responsible adult here. Man, Emma's late. Emma's been basically my. I think she's been my adult, and I'm supposed to be the adult. Is that a bad thing? Like, man, Emma's always so wise. She really is. Like, she's been kind of a great friend where, and I kind of want to give props to Emma a lot here. And promise me you won't cry, Emma. Please don't cry, because I can't stand crying. You know what I mean? Because then if people cry, then I cry. But Emma's been lately has been more of a friend, where it's basically been more like I'm able to talk with her about certain things, and to me, that I feel like is like a genuine friend. Like, because there are times where I do doubt things because of YouTube, because it feels like YouTube kind of feels like with YouTube that it's not really being a friend, and like doing stuff for YouTube's not really doing stuff like with friends. Emma has basically been like a friend where we do pranks, hell, and we even today where I needed to vent, she was there, and she vented and stuff like that. To me is kind of what a friend should be. And I'm not saying everybody's like this, because they're not. But there are just, again, days where, I always say dogs are better than humans, because dogs are so easy to get along with. And it's just great. And it is becoming more because we can, yeah, and you may be able to continue still doing right now and stick around. Yeah, no, that's what I think I have to do. And Emma, if you're watching this, thank you. You've been a great friend, and I hope you continue, being best friends, because and I just there's a lot of people I want to thank for being there when I needed it. And if I was thanking everybody, I'd be here for like an hour, because you guys don't really know how much you guys mean to me. Even the people who don't come to my streams that much, you guys still mean a lot. And having this time to vent, it's it feels nice. You know what I mean? It's nice to have like conversation like this. This is why I want to do more streams where I want to talk about real stuff. Thank you, Emma. I appreciate it. Oh God, man, yeah, hell, if you guys want, I can just go down the list and say thank you to everybody. You know what I mean? I can do that. Hell, I guess I could start with the big boys. You know what I mean? I want to thank Anzo, especially because Anzo a you know has been a good friend. He we stream together a couple times, and he's definitely somebody who is easy to like. He's just great to be around. I Anzo's a great guy. And even though, he smoked, I'm not gonna say anything, but hey, I'm okay with it. I want to thank Chris. Chris has been somebody who, ever since I, kind of started watching his streams, like I enjoy his personality a lot and a lot. And just people in general, guys, I'm sorry if I'm coughing. I might be dying. I don't know. So please don't be alarmed. I gave everybody a fair warning. Chris has been great, and I want to thank Chris. Danny too. Danny has been. Danny's a cool guy as well, and I think you guys should definitely show Danny some more love, and Anzo, and hell, even John. I know a lot of people disagree with John, but John is actually kind of a good guy if you get him in a good conversation. I just think it's more like if you're good to him, he's good to you. And John, I just want to say, if you're watching this in the future, you're a cool guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. Hell, I'll even say thank you to Adam, because if it wasn't for Adam, I wouldn't be here. And I still remember the first videos of his that I watched, and that was the 13 things I hated about Spider-Man 3. And it was like before he actually made the top 13 video that you see today. Like his was more like nitpicky and stuff like that, and I kind of appreciated it. And to this day, Adam can always make me laugh that not even Nostalgia Critic can do. And it's because again, he's very real. And that's with Rob as well. And with Rob, again, I, was on a stream with him once, and he's a funny guy, I will say. And not a lot of people give him a whole lot of love, which is unfortunate because Rob is, from what I've seen, a good guy. And just people like you, Rob, and Terrence, and all of those guys in Storms Nation, and Sean as well. I want to say thank you to Sean. Like Sean is a great guy as well. And I know this has become the ass kissing thing to do, but it's just something I want to do because I don't want people to think I'm taking them for granted or whatever. And even though I haven't really streamed with them that much, I could say thank you to Mad Mardigan for making me laugh during that whole press conference. And, I want to say, thank you to just everybody just there at the Real Review 3000, Storms Nation, Chaos Central, all those guys, because they genuinely make me laugh at times where it's hard to. And I guess now we're getting down to the nitty gritty of who I'm really thinking here. I guess we'll start. I wouldn't necessarily say more. I would say more so in order. And I want to say thank you to Sean for being there at my streams, whether it's in the chat or even on my stream. He's always you've always supported me. You've been supporting me, and I'm very grateful. Thank you. Sienna, I want to say thank you because you've been such a great help, especially with Splash Talk, because your fan fiction expertise is so good that I wouldn't have it any other way. I want to say thank you to God, there's so many guys. You have no idea. Angry Care Bears. Now, me and Angry Care Bears basically grew up together. We've been same school for a long time. And it's just something, and she's my other best friend. Yeah, I know, I get the joke that two of my best friends are women, but hey. Like I always say, I friend zone myself. And but I don't seek out relationships. I seek out friendship because that's really all I like. I'm not saying I don't seek relationships like romantically, but friendship is what I consider most important to me because friendship is always nice, and to have some friends like Emma and Angry Care Bears is great. Um, I want to say thank you to Andrew. Andrew's been great in my streams, even in chat, with the questions and stuff like that. And Zach, I want to say thank you to Zach because the first time I had a Zach on stream, because again, like you don't really know him, but now it's like with Zach, it's I know what his favorite movie is or like what his favorite franchises are, and it's just like stuff like that is great. And and actually having a conversations with him, after streams, it's great. It's a great change of pace. It's your boy. I want to say thank you. I know we kind of got off on the wrong foot during that one stream, but that wasn't really your fault. That was more like technology's fault. And I would love to have you on again. It's your boy if you're ever up for it. I want to say thank you to Jerry for the win. Subscribe to him. He's a cool guy. Jerry is a very interesting character. I will say that. If you know him personally, like I know me and Angry Care Bears do, he's a funny guy. He's like, again, he's someone who I can just like laugh with for just hours, just how entertaining he is. And it can get vulgar at times, but you know what? And what, conversation doesn't get vulgar? Man, there's so many people. I will even Thomas. I want to thank Thomas real quick. Trashy Thomas. He's basically Jerry, and Thomas again is so easy to get along with. Trashy Thomas is so just he's Trashy Thomas. That's all you gotta know. He's great. Man, you guys are making this really hard for me. Jonathan Talks. I want to thank him. He's another person who I've grown up with, pretty much. He's again someone that you could talk to about anything, and he knows so much about politics that if I could hear anybody talk about them, it would be him, because he's so smart in terms of political talk and just religion and all of that stuff. Like subscribe to him. Like he's so good. He's very enlightening. Like I know a lot of people might have problems with that, and that's perfectly fine. But give him a listen. He's definitely someone you should definitely look into. Guys like Jeremy and Bash, like I want to thank them because without them, the Adam's Discord server wouldn't have happened, and I would even say arguably then Rob's Discord wouldn't have happened. It's just there's so many people to thank. It's so hard, and because I know like we all have limited time, but I wanted to get my thanks out now because I feel like that's the right thing to do. And well, I wouldn't necessarily say it was political. It was more like we were making fun of it, but it's I'll thank Emma again. Emma, again, has been a good friend. She's someone who I can talk real with. EJ, I want to thank EJ. The humor. I love the humor, man. You're someone who I could definitely see getting very very far, man. You got a bright future, man. I'll just say that. Just keep working. Keep working hard. That's all I have to say. Sour. I want to say thank Sour. I know lately he hasn't been on a whole lot of streams, and that's okay. Like that's kind of something that I want to be doing as well. Is that I don't want to do a whole lot of that, and it's just one of those things where I don't know. It's definitely one of those things where I just love. Just there are just points in time where I hate people, but there's a lot of people who I just love talking to, and man, you guys are awesome. I keep praising you all the time. But I also want to thank Nindroid because really without Nindroid, this wouldn't be possible. And we have sir, we disagree on a lot of things, but at the end of the day, he's helped me out a lot, and for that I say thank you. And my thanks goes equally because none of you guys will ever be taken for granted in my book. You guys are fantastic. And for you guys to come to my, just little rant and, hearing even me just give thanks to everyone because you all are so awesome that sometimes it makes me feel like that I don't deserve that praise because, it's just there's so much I can thank you guys for. And I know that I went maybe too long, and it's just, you guys are awesome. I know how myself, and this kind of was like a self-pity stream, whatever. But then it basically became me thanking everybody because you all are great, and not not everything needs to be about YouTube. Like, there are just times where I just want to screw around, and you guys, and this is me coming genuine. This is me being genuine because this isn't me being a character. This is me just being me. And that's one of the things I want to change. And I want to just be me, not just the character. Like, I'm still going to do the character. Don't get me, guys, don't worry. I'm still your future weekly Rumble champion, the Austinator. But really, Messiah, Spider-Man, you really, yeah, I know it's a troll. Don't worry, I blocked them. But all right. Well, I guess. I mean, there's not much I can really say here. Thank you for listening to my 47-minute, I guess more like rant, and then me praising everybody. But you guys are seriously awesome because without you guys, thank you. I see that stuff I like, just happy stuff, and you guys are great, and thank you. I know I keep saying it, but God, you guys are great, and you guys are probably, you're like my family away from my family, because you guys have made it so much easier for me at times, and just for you guys to show up right now shows that I genuinely feel like that everything's going to be okay. Thank you. Oh God. But yeah, guys, thank you. I know I keep saying it, but thank you seriously. Yeah, that's about it, man. Maybe I'll just have maybe I'll just clip it out. Maybe I'll just clip out my thank yous for just everything. I wouldn't want to be shipped with anyone else. See, stuff like this always make me chuckle, Just trust me, I know it's the running joke. I know that everyone ships me with Emma, and I know Sour does. I don't understand that. I mean, why can't I have a best friend, And I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear that, chat. Don't get any ideas. People, don't get any ideas. Looking at you. Man, thank you. Thank you to Sean, dude. You guys are awesome, man. Awesome. Wouldn't have it any other way, because You all are so great. And I didn't show a profile picture tonight because I figured instead of having like a cartoon, like having a cartoony picture, maybe having something a bit more just not Austinator-ish, just make me me. Oh, it's safe with us? Wait, what's it? Man, I tell you, man, I don't know. See, it's always great to just like vent and stuff. Goofy as fuck. No, man, come on. Like, no one looks goofy. I mean, the only person who can look goofy is Goofy. Come on. You all know that. No one can look as goofy as Goofy. I mean, man, you got, like, I know this is just becoming more of a thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you stream. Like, no, I don't intend for it to be a kiss ass stream. But, yeah, you guys are great. Goofy's that troll, yeah. Trolls, and trolls. That's all they are. I don't like trolls. Not even the Trolls movie. Don't like them. I kissed Goofy's nose at Disneyland. You know what? We've all been there. Well, I haven't been to Disneyland myself, but, And you know what? That's another thing about my personal feelings right now. I know this might sound silly, but I miss my dog. Being away from my dog, for like a couple months, I really miss him. It's kind like he always helped me with my stress, and not him not being here well with me right now is difficult because I would say it's more like separation anxiety because back before my first day of college, like I just broke down and cried because I felt alone. Like other than one of my friends who came here, I felt like I didn't know anybody, and I cried and broke down. But after a while, I just really, really just now it's like, yeah, I miss everybody, but I just miss a lot of things. Hell, I even miss the small things like just eating ice cream and eating food that I don't get here. It's just the small stuff, and and just that there's nothing I would trade for the world. There's there's a couple things, but again, don't want to get into it. But maybe that'll be saved for another stream. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, um, that's basically me. I know my dog is it's a couple years old, but I try not to think about what might happen because then I kind of cry because in a way it's like a bond kind of where you have like this bond with a pet. Like you have like relationships with dogs is so just dog are just they're different than humans because without them they feel very, I don't know, it's like without dogs I dogs are just great, and I think dogs are fantastic and cute, and I would never change dogs for the world. And I want to give you kind of an example of what my dog looks like. Now, it's not the exact dog, mind you, but I figured giving you guys a bit of an example would be nice. Figured I would do that for everybody. this is what my dog basically looks like. He's just this. Now he has an adorable green bandana, and again, nothing I would ever change because he has been there for me when I needed it. Um, it's definitely helped me a lot, and that's why it's easy for me to. I mean, I know I go back home in about a month, but God, dude, I miss him, man. I really do. There's not like a single time of day where I don't miss him. Like I want him here. There's a lot of people who I want to be here right now that aren't here, and it kind of hurts sometimes where the person you want here the most isn't here. And I'm not talking like, they're just a couple miles away. No, they're not like hours away, and it's very, very hard to fathomize that, um because I wanted that person here for everything. But that person's gone, and I know that people tell me that person's in a better place, but I don't I don't know. Like, it's just hard not to remember that person without crying because it's just so hard to. It's like, because every time I think about that person, I think about the worst times. And the last time I saw that person was in a uh, and my biggest regret, and I don't know if my biggest regret is I really wish I spent more time with that person because she lived like yeah, I kind of put it out of the back, but that person lived a long while, like, from where we lived, and we lived there for a while. Um, then we moved back to New York, well, where I live now, and I just I mean, is it selfish to really just wish that I didn't move away? Because if we didn't move, at least I would have been there the entire time, and not just there just during the summer and being told the the bad news. And that person told me that day, um, that Spider-Man would have saved her, and we're here a few years later, and I hear no more. I wanted that person there for my graduation. And that what hurts more is that person won't be here ever. And I the only thing that I can really say is that I'm just glad that person's not in the pain that she was. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cry. I don't. It's been like a few years now, but I just, God, man. I need a minute, guys. I'm sorry. I did say I was not gonna cry. Guess I kinda. Ugh. I'm sorry. I didn't intend to break down like that. Uh, it's just very hard to get over. Um, like, man, I'm a fucking mess. This is just me. Like, this is just me in a nutshell. I'm a fucking mess. Um, man, it's good to let out a good. I guess it's good to let out a good cry every once in a while. Oh, dude, everybody's telling me not to cry. Well, it's too late, I guess. I know I said I wasn't gonna cry, but I did. Um, uh, well, I kind of missed this, but Halloween costume ideas. We'll go with somebody you haven't gone as before, but it's something that really interests you. Oh, man. I'm gonna make this discussion more lighthearted. What is your favorite video game of all time? Ooh, okay, this might distract me a bit. Okay, so if we're talking about if we're going by most recently, I would say Doom Eternal because I think Doom Eternal might be one of the best games ever made. It feels like an actual game. Like it's not like I'll say technically it's not really an Avengers where it feels incomplete and very like I know I haven't played it before, but this is just stuff I've seen. It's just incomplete. But with Doom Eternal, it feels like an actual game. Um, then with I guess if we're gonna go by personal favorite, I would say Spider Man because it's a game that I feel like was something that I was looking forward to for a long time, and it delivered. Not only did it exceed not only did it reach my expectations, but it definitely like went above them. Like it's just great, incredible. Now, if we're talking about just overall, um, man, I would say overall, I would say God of War. Just God of War is phenomenal. It's just great. Oh man, guys, like just God of War, just the visuals, the combat, just the story, everything is incredible. And I would love to play Among Us and COD Mobile on my phone for both. Yeah, I heard Among Us is good. I haven't played it yet, and I don't like Call of Duty at all because I think Call of Duty's trash. But to each their own. But I don't really have time to play video games because yeah, it's if you have yeah, that makes sense. But if you ever have the time, I'd definitely recommend playing. Like if you want to get into video games, definitely get a PS4 because PS4 is the only real console right now that's really worth getting. Like Xbox has nothing. Like they really have nothing at all. I'm sorry, they don't. And yeah, it's you know, um, it's just one of those things, man. It's you guys are awesome. Like the fact off my chest. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. Man, it went from talking about dogs to talking about, that and just personal stuff and all of that. It's always great. Personal favorite video game is Star Wars Battlefront 2, the OG version. That's actually a very good choice, EJ. Very nice one, man. That like I Battlefront 2, the OG version, man. It's incredible. Like the older Star Wars games are incredible. Just stuff with this oh man, that Republic Commando, Jedi Knight, Force Unleashed, man, all that were so good. Man, like a lot of them like age better than some of the games today. Hell, I even think the OG Battlefront 2 is better than the newer Battlefront 2. I would even say it's well, I don't know if I would say it's better than Jedi Fallen Order. Well, actually, I will because I think Jedi Fallen Order is overrated. But actually, kind of going my overrated game of all time, and this is not like an attack on it, and I'm still going to say this is Jedi Fallen Order. I understand why people like it. Don't get me wrong. It's a fun game. It is, but it's a good game, I guess, in execution. But for me, I think it got too much praise and like just it doesn't feel like Star Wars at times where you're fighting just a bunch of like wildlife and it's way too hard for what it is. And yeah, that play. Ooh, very nice. Let's say fun facts about each other. I'll go first. I own over 50 pairs of shoes. You can even ask Seth if you don't believe me. No, I'd believe you. Fun fact about me. Uh, I eat a lot. That's a fun fact about me. I just eat a lot. It's definitely sometimes it's a little unhealthy, I will admit, but there are just times where you're hungry. Like I could eat a couple cheeseburgers because like I said, cheeseburgers are good, man. Yeah, my mom has too many shoes. Jeez, it's ridiculous. Ugh, guys, you guys have made it so easy. It's unbelievable. Um, having a stream like this where first, bit I just ran it on about where my head was at. Then next thing you know, I'm giving a bunch of thanks and then I'm talking about them crying about my dog and then stuff and then crying about other stuff. You know, fun fact about me that I can be yeah, you are, man. You are. Okay, it's much yeah. Also, fun fact about me, I try to work out a little bit. Not a whole lot. Like I don't really do the weights that much. I do try to like do some jumping jacks and some push ups, some sit ups, like stuff like that. oh. I guess a fun fact about me, I kind of were in a couple of play productions in my school. Back when before this happened, I was in Beauty and the Beast. I was in Shrek, and I was gonna do Chicago before everything kind of shit the bed. It's a great coincidence, right? Uh, Time where I told Stancer one of the new streams I rose to the challenge because I love giving my audience a great time. You know what? I would say I had the best one. I did the dab. The dab's coming back, everybody. Uh, Jesus. Um. Oh. My nose is leaking too. See, this is why I don't like crying, everybody, because then my nose leaks and now mucus is coming down my. Oh, now mucus is coming down my. Oh God, it's gross. This is why I hate crying, guys. I don't like it. Sometimes it needs to happen, but otherwise, don't like it at all. It sucks. I don't like. I hate things like crying because because then you can't breathe for a bit, and then like even when you blow your nose, it doesn't really help. It's bad. Like now, it's like I can breathe a little bit more because now that I'm not crying anymore. I remember during my fourth grade year, we had to sing on stage, and some girl passes out. Well, I've never had that happen before. Oh God! Ouch! Damn! Yeah, that's me. But yeah, man, I'm probably gonna end it here. I went a little too long, guys. I wasn't planning to go like an hour, but you guys are so good that honestly, I wanted to keep going and having this fun stuff. You guys are great. Um, Never going to stop. That's pretty much every night. But yeah, I feel that. Um, yeah, guys. I'm gonna end it here so I can get started my 2 day break. Good night, also. I'll try. I promise. I promise. I'll try to sleep well, and I'll try to not cry myself to sleep. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get a little bit of a head start on my 2 day vacation. I want to thank you guys for coming in, like everybody. I appreciate all of you who came and watched. Um, you guys to me are people who I appreciate every single one of you. And I'm amazing at remembering lyrics. I mean, I'm pretty decent at it. But anyway, guys, thank you all of you for being here and kind of letting me vent and giving me the support I kind of need. So I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Don't let anybody tell you any. Don't let me tell you. Don't. I don't want to hear any of you guys saying that anybody's saying different because you guys don't deserve that. You guys are awesome people. Thank you guys for everything, man. And I promise I'll be back at some point over the next couple of days, probably on Chris's stream. But yeah, guys, this is just the Austin, not Austinator, Austin signing out. See you guys. Guys are great. Thank you.